First, the feeling of presence. This is the defining quality of the metaverse. You're going to really feel like you're there with other people. You'll see their facial expressions, you'll see their body language, maybe figure out if they're actually holding a winning hand.
China has been making a lot of tech progress in the recent years, starting from data security, online lending to crypto mining, and online gaming to online learning. It is only safe to say that there is a lot to watch out for. In this video, we'll be looking at China's top tech trends we should watch out for in 2023. Number 1. China leading the metaverse game. In 2021, the metaverse is just as popular in China as it is everywhere else, if not more popular. The metaverse is not only one of the most popular internet slang words in China, but it's also an area where China has a lot of advantages. Lisa Cosmas Hansen, founder and president of Nico Partners, a market research and consulting firm that focuses on the Asian games market, thinks that Chinese gaming companies are getting ready to take the lead in building the metaverse. Live service video games have been building up to this metaverse idea for a while now, Hansen said. Companies with experience in both video game development and social media will be in a better position to enter this space. Companies like Tencent have been preparing for the metaverse for a long time. Hansen warned, though, that the metaverse might change in China because the government might crack down on video game content. The biggest chance for metaverses in China will come from interoperability between gaming ecosystems and events that bring together brands and owners of intellectual property, Hansen said in his conclusion.
I also think that China's education system is very rigid, and so the kids are in school a lot of hours, they have to study a lot, and the available time for them to play games is not as plentiful as it is for adults overall. So I'm not sure about the addiction, but there are rumors that perhaps kids' grades are slipping on average, or different items are in focus for youth in China than they used to be, and perhaps that's worrying some of the government officials.
Number 2, a crucial year for eCNY. Throughout 2021, both local and central governments ran a number of pilot programs to bring the Chinese central bank's digital currency closer to being used everywhere. During the Beijing Winter Olympics next year, the People's Bank of China will slowly roll out its digital currency to the rest of the world. In 2023, we should see how well the eCNY holds up as a product and as a piece of financial infrastructure technology, said Xu. Its level of maturity, or lack thereof, will show other countries experimenting with their own central bank digital currencies whether the eCNY is a model worth copying, which also affects China's global influence as a whole. Number 3, detailed regulations. In 2021, Chinese regulators hit China's tech giants like Alibaba, Meituan, Tencent, and ByteDance with a number of large and small antitrust fines. At the end of the year, ride-sharing company Didi was taken off the US stock market. This could be the start of the company's fall and the start of a period with stricter security oversight that could change how Chinese tech giants do business. But Michael Norris, head of China Consumer and Tech Research at Agency China, says that these big regulatory changes are just low-hanging fruit. Norris told Protocol that he thinks regulators will have to deal with more technical issues next year, such as making progress on algorithmic regulation and working out interoperability standards, as well as looking into limits on platform subsidies and take rates. Not only are these domains more technical, but they also have a bigger effect on how China's biggest internet companies do business. Number 4, algorithm ruling. When talking about technical regulations, Xiaoming Liu, a director in Eurasia Group's geotechnology practice, told Protocol that she is excited to see how China's efforts to shape the global algorithm regulatory landscape change in 2022. The Cyberspace Administration of China, which is China's powerful internet regulator, proposed a set of rules for algorithms at the end of August. These rules are meant to limit how tech companies use algorithmic recommendations and give users more information. Liu said that these rules were based on the EU AI Act, and that liberal-minded scholars at the prestigious Tsinghua University and Nankai University were involved in telling senior Chinese leaders to be open-minded about new AI technology. In 2022, CAC is likely to release the final rules for algorithms. Whether it will follow the EU's AI regulatory pattern and impose a conformity assessment regime to make sure algorithms are compliant, or pivot to the data innovation narrative and focus legal reform efforts on exploring the rights to use, control, and profit from data, Liu said. This policy area will become the next battleground between big tech and big government in China. Number 5. Climate tech soaring. Now, back to reality. Rui Ma, a tech investor and analyst in China, who hosts the podcast Tech Buzz China, told Protocol that she is excited about the Chinese climate tech sector because China's government has prioritized policies to increase renewable energy and other decarbonization efforts. Beijing promised in October to take steps to reach carbon neutrality by 2060 and reach a peak in carbon emissions before 2030. This gives China 8 years to find the point where its carbon emissions are at their highest, and then only 30 years to reach carbon neutrality. Ma thinks that the sharp drop is an enormous chance for companies in the climate technology sector. This includes companies that make new energy vehicles and the companies that make the batteries they use. New energy vehicles are the prize for the near future, with China making up 61% of the market in October and probably being the biggest market for the next few years, Ma said. Chinese companies like CATL, BYD, and Svolt are making waves with their world-class battery technologies. I'd like to see more green billionaires in general for the sake of the world and all people, but China is off to a good start. That concludes our peek on China's top tech trends to watch out for in 2023. We hope that you liked the video, and if you did, kindly click the like button as it greatly helps the channel. Consider subscribing to be updated when a new video comes out. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.